Hello, my dear students. Welcome back. I hope all are good. Today, let we start SST chapter number 18, Understanding Marginalization. मतलब उसका ये है कि कोई महत्वहीन या शक्तिहीन कोई जो एक समूह होता है, ग्रुप होता है, ठीक है, उसके बारे में हम बात करते हैं. Let's begin. Marginalization. Marginalization means to make a group of people feel unimportant and isolated. है ना, वो लोग जिनका कोई महत्व नहीं है दैनिक जीवन में या आपस में, वो जो शक्तिहीन है. दे मे बी marginalized because they belong to some castes or religions different from the majority community, speak different languages or follow different customs. तो ये उन लोगों को बोला जाता है जो धर्म से अलग होते हैं, कुछ कास्ट अलग होती हैं, है ना, वो एक हमारे समाज से कुछ अलग उनका एक समूह होता है. सो they may also be marginalized because they are poor and considered to be a low social status. तो जो जो गरीब होते हैं, जो उनका स्टेटस जो है रहने का बहुत लो, निम्न श्रेणी का होता है. इन दिस वे social, religious, political and economic factors contribute in making certain groups of a society feel marginalized. So marginalization has a very bad impact on our society. और ये बहुत ही गलत बात है, बहुत बुरा प्रभाव डालते हैं हमारे समाज पर. This leads to the community not having access to resources and the opportunities and the inability to assert their rights. So the marginalized groups feel a sense of insecurity, disadvantage, and powerlessness in comparison to the dominant group of society. The Adivasis, Dalit, minorities and women are the main marginalized group in our country. कौन-कौन? आदिवासी, दलित और minorities जो होते हैं और औरतें, उनको कहाँ रखा जाता है हमारे इसमें? मार्जिनलाइज्ड की श्रेणी में रखा जाता है. In this chapter, we will read about two communities that are still considered marginalized in our country. तो first of all, the Adivasi. The term Adivasi mean original inhabitants. They refer to the various ethnic groups that are considered to be the original inhabitants of the Indian subcontinent. The term Adivasi was coined in the 1930s to give a sense of identity among the various indigenous group of people in India. So the Constitution of India does not use the term Adivasi but refers to them as a scheduled tribes of जनजाति, है ना, क्या बोला जाता है इनको? जनजाति. According to the official census of 2011, the Asiwadis constitute about 8.6% of the total population of India. This accounts to be about 103.3 million people. The Asiwadis are not a homogeneous group of people. So there are more than 500 different Adivasi groups in India speaking more than 100 languages. So Santhali is the most common language of the Adivasi. They all have different ethnic origin, culture, customs and traditions. In India, the Adivasis are mainly concentrated in the state of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, MP, Odisha, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, West Bengal and the northeastern states of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Tripura, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Nagaland. The state of Odisha alone has more than 60 different tribal groups. The most important mining and industrial centers of India are located in the Adivasi area. Some of them begin Jamshedpur, Rourkela, Bokaro and Bhilai, जहाँ पे आदिवासी निवास करते हैं. Although the Adivasis like throughout India, they are primarily based in the hilly and mountainous regions or forest regions. They usually practice subsistence agriculture, hunting and gathering in for their livelihood. They also traded with settled villagers and exchange items such as salt and iron in exchange of forest produce. The Adivasis had a close relation with the forest. For them, the forest were a source of fruits, medicinal herbs, animal products like wax, lac, and honey, timber and fodder for their animals. They also use bamboo from the forest for the construction of their house. They wore clothes made of forest leaves and flowers. As forests play a major role in the lives of Adivasis, they tend to worship nature in its various forms. Although some Adivasis have adopted different variants of Hinduism, Islam, or Christianity, yet a majority of them follow their tradition, tribal religious customs. They worship their ancestors, villages, and nature spirits like river spirits, mountain spirits, animal spirits, etc. So the ancestral spirits are usually worshipped at home, while the nature spirits are worshipped in specific places within the villages. The Adivasi beliefs vary from tribe to tribe. They do not believe in the concept of reincarnation and idol worship. They have been influenced by the Shakta, Vaishnav, Bhakti, Buddhist, and Christian religious belief. Adivasi religious beliefs have also influenced the beliefs of dominant religions like the Jagannath cult of Odisha and the Shakti and Tantric tradition of Bengal and Assam. During the colonial period and even after independence, many Adivasis have converted to Christianity. मेडिवल पीरियड में मध्यकालीन युग में क्या हुआ था, बहुत से आदिवासी जो है क्रिश्चियन बन गए थे. द आदिवासीज डू नॉट बिलीव इन कास्ट सिस्टम. देयर इज आल्सो वेरी लिटिल hierarchy among them. Tribal societies are egalitarian. egalitarian. The leadership is based on a ties of kinship and personality instead of hereditary status. Their extended families provide the basis of social organization. They do not recognize any authority outside their tribe. The term minority commonly refers to the communities that. So what is? These are smaller in number in relation to others. Are sidelined by the majority who always occupies the center stage. इनको साइड रखा जाता है. Do not have the ability to exercise power and access to resources and opportunities that are enjoyed by the majority. Find it difficult to influence society in the government's point of view or mindset. Society naturally caters to the interest of majority, which eventually leads to marginalization of minorities. What is the purpose of protective measures by the Constitution? The main aim of protective measures in court Constitution is to safeguard the minority from dominance and discrimination by the majority. Another reason is to uplift them and bring them at par with society, keeping in mind that equality is the basis of a democratic country. The cultural and educational right granted by the Constitution aims to preserve the culture and heritage of the minorities. The Government of India has established the National Commission for Minorities to promote the interest and welfare of minorities. Other marginalized group. Scheduled caste. In present times, even after so many years of independence, there is a lot of social inequality. ठीक है, असमानता है फिर भी आज. द रूट ऑफ दिस इनइक्वालिटी इज इन द कास्ट सिस्टम. तो इसकी जो जड़ है ना, वो क्या है? कास्ट सिस्टम. जो जाति सिस्टम है ना, वो that divides society into upper and lower caste. It has segregated our society into tight compartments. As a result, the upper caste people have enjoyed all the privileges, while the lower caste people have been humiliated, oppressed, and marginalized. Even among the lower caste, particular sections that perform all sorts of menial jobs, such as removing the dead, cleaning human and animal waste, etc., were considered unclean and untouchable. They were banished and forced to live on the fringes of society. Their houses were situated far away from the villages. They could not enter temples, and even their shadow was considered unclean. They could not develop spatially, economically, or intellectually because of the treatment meted out to them. So the constitution that refers to them as scheduled. Caste made several provisions to safeguard their interests. They can approach the court if they face any type of discrimination, and like other citizens of India, they too have all fundamental rights. The caste system today is not as rigid as it was in older times, but the mindset of some people has still not changed completely. बन तो गए हम हाईटेक आधुनिक बन गए हैं, बट जो अभी तक माइंडसेट है कुछ लोगों का है, जो निम्न श्रेणी के जो लोअर कास्ट होते हैं उनको फिर भी नीचा समझा जाता है. इवन टुडे स्पेशली इन सम रिमोट एरिया Distribution of drinking water is done on the basis of caste. People from lower caste still suffer a lot. Women and marginalization. Women have been discriminated everywhere in the world. और के साथ जो है संसार में हर जगह भेदभाव होता है. In India, although it is declared illegal, it is still prevalent. Even now, in some villages and remote areas, women face atrocities and suppressions. They are not even allowed to get education. They are still treated as inferior to men. During the colonial rule, many reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Ishwarchand Vidyasagar, etc., all worked for women's emancipation. After independence, legislation were passed and institutions like National Commission for Women were set up to safeguard their welfare. The Indian Constitution also aspires to protect the interest and well-being of the children. Children belonging to low-income group in cities as well as in rural areas do not get proper care. They not even get the basic education from a very young age. These children have to work to earn money so as to add to their family's income or to look after their younger siblings. Most marginalized communities are powerless, poor and illiterate, as a result of which they are unable to influence decision. As a society, we need to understand their plight and be active participants in upholding the law, okay, and in our constitution in order to preserve the diversity of our country and promote equality among all sections of society. Okay, so the all topics are covered in this chapter. I hope you all are very well understand this and enjoyed it. We will meet you the next class. Thank you.